Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to the Paladins video. We're going to be playing some Furia today. I'm going to be trying my best to show off my new, updated and revised setup for it, because I've been meaning to do this for ages now, and I've finally gotten around to actually playing around with her new changes and, perfecting my loadout and stuff. I can't remember exactly when she had the changes, but it was either this patch or the patch before. She's not having anything changed in the Furia one, but it was recently that she had these changes, and I hadn't changed my loadout around it because I just hadn't really had the time to play Furia and try everything out that I wanted to test. But I'd say now I'm pretty much done and ready to show it off in a video. For the talent, we'll be going for Solar Blessing. It works perfectly fine with Cherish as well, and also technically Exterminate, but for me I just prefer Solar Blessing overall as a talent, which is why we'll be grabbing it. But I'd say like 95% of the time I just grab Solar Blessing so that I have two healing abilities, because usually if I go for Cherish I feel like I just need to heal with my beam and I don't have it up and it annoys me, so I'm going to stick to Solar Blessing. Just in case any of you were wondering, the damage setup is the exact same. I haven't really changed that at all from the last time I covered it on the channel, but the beam one has changed quite a bit and is actually the only healing setup I have here, or the hybrid setup as well technically. If you've seen my other Furia videos, it is very similar. The only difference really is Inner's Fire. The rest of them are very close to what they were before. Light Forge will reset on the beam with the right click, which I find when you combo with Chronos just really useful. Burning Earth for self heal, bit of extra health, bit of extra ammo, and this is technically I think the main new part in a fire, which gives us the ammo on Kindle Soul. The reason I find this so useful is just because Furia is such a good hybrid character. You can play as just a straight healer and not focus on damage at all, but I think she really does, excel as being a hybrid, and I think if you go for this, it kind of accentuates it even more. You can get about 4 or 5 shots out, I think, in between your right clicks, even with like Chronos, because you can only throw it like every 2 or 3 seconds. But I personally find with a level 2 or 3 you're reloading a hell of a lot less, and in fights you get a hell of a lot more damage out, which is why I have it in the setup. I actually don't know why it took me so long to try this card out, because I'm pretty sure it's been genning ammo for like a patch or 2, but it's finally here. This is my new setup for Furia, and I do really like it, so we're going to go ahead and jump into some games and show it off. Alright, well for game 1, whole team locked in there pretty quick. I don't know why this graphical glitch still happens. I don't know if it's fixed in the Furia update, I don't think it is, but it seems to settle down after a couple seconds. Very weird. We've got King of the Hill though, more to support as the map. We've got a Maeve, a Vivian, an Ashe, and a Ceres, so double support. Then for their side to Charlene, a Pip, a Ceres, a Cassie, and a Vivian. I kind of hate doing videos early in the morning because the matches are a little bit more weird and overall I feel like I'm a little bit slow, but some of you guys seem to prefer me not going as like turbo speed and I guess as fast as usual. Sometimes I feel like I take my videos a little bit too seriously, so I guess I should just chill out a little bit more and do stuff like this more often, because it is a little bit more fun, I guess. If you want to see me do more chill videos, go ahead and drop a like on the video. It'd be massively appreciated. I kind of hate doing it before the end of the video because we haven't actually seen what the video is just yet, but hey, I guess I am a YouTuber after all, so it's kind of part of the job. We'll go ahead and grab Solar Blessing, and then I guess the setup will start off with some Chronos, 4 talents. We've got Battering Ram, Street Justice, Opportunity Chaos, and Soul Collector. Then on their side they've got Soul Collector again, Exaction, Catalyst, Sandtrap, and Suspect Everybody. So pretty standard stuff all around as far as I can see. Me and Ceres are both kind of going for a hybrid thing, although she went for Bulldozer and Wrecker. Definitely a little bit weird. The only deployable they have is Vivian, and nobody really grabs Bulldozer for Vivian. Okay, Ceres insta-died there by the way, because Cassie and Sholin both just bursted the crap out of her. The Pip is going around for a flank. There's a heal and some shots. It's my first game today, so I'm going to be a bit rusty. Heal for her. We'll throw a beam over. We'll throw a heal here on the Maeve. I actually hit somebody. Pip was actually jumping in. Got some good shots on him. I'm going to F myself back. Heal for the Ceres. There's a stun. Can we get rid of him? Oh, there we go. Okay, we traded. Are you kidding me? Another heal for the Ceres. So far, this is a really weird game. We've actually got our meter pretty much full. Hello, Pip. There's a heal for her. Again, I'm going to F myself away because I don't really feel like fighting there. There's another right click for her. I don't know what's going on. There's a heal for the freaking Vivian. I forgot her name for a second. There's the Cassie gone. There's another beam over the top. Heal for the Ceres. Cool. The beam didn't hit anybody. Okay, never mind. I guess it hit the Vivian. Heal for the Ceres for the self heal. Dodge some shots from Charlene. Right click for her again. I don't know what's going on. They've only got 9 points and we have 100 just because they're not playing the objective. They're over a beam. I don't think it's going to hit anybody though. I'm just going to sit kind of here on the inside and throw out some heals. Pip is going in for the ult. I think Charlene might be chasing me. I can hear sound effects to the right. I'm a little bit worried. Hello, Charlene. There's a heal for the Vivian. There's a stun, which she's going to miss, but it doesn't matter because you're dead. Throw another heal. Don't know who that even landed on. Hello, Ceres. I'll go ahead and claim my free kill because for some reason you didn't think I was still back here. Either or she just didn't see me. There goes the Cassie. Honestly, I have no idea if it's going to come across in the video, but this is one of the weirdest matches I played in a minute. Right click for the Ashe. We'll throw a beam over there. Right click for her. Honestly, I kind of forgot I was going for Solar Blessing, which is why I haven't been beam healing very much. But I heard Ceres ult, but I guess not. There's a beam for the Ashe. There's a right click for the Maeve. I'm dead to the Charlene. They're actually flanking quite a bit. He just died to the Maeve, but we're somehow winning by like 100 points. I think just because of the objective. I wouldn't say the enemy team is playing badly. They're just playing kind of strange. We'll throw a beam again. Right click for her. I don't know where that Charlene went. Pip went for the ult. I have no idea where he even is. Hello, Cassie. There's some shots for you. Cassie is still just here. Can we finish her off by getting some good angles? Okay, me and Ashe managed to just get rid of her. I'll throw a beam over there for the Ceres, although there's not a chance in hell that's going to reach. Maybe it would. That'd be one hell of a beam heal if it did, but I think it actually did. Holy shit, actually landed that heal on the Ceres. Right click for the Ashe. Somehow you got knocked up super high. That is Vivian going for the ult. There's a right click for her. There goes the Ceres. Beam heal for the Ashe. I feel like I might be dead here because I'm obviously not going to self heal from the beam. There's a attempted right click, but no, I'm going to the Paladin. Right click for the Vivian, throw a beam over again. We already hit it with one. Right click for her. Hello, Paladin. I guess he's trying to go in on me here, but there we go. He's gone. He only dealt like freaking 700 damage to me or something. I did self-heal, I guess, but there is a Q. I think I actually stopped that on the person who was on top. Cassie popped the ult. I threw the beam over the top. I guess we did clip the Ceres. Can we finish her off? Yep, there we go. For some reason, Ash was firing at the Cassie. I guess Vivian is also here. There's a beam. Not that I even really needed to do that. Bit of a waste. Paladin also just hit me. Okay, I don't know how I'm still alive. Pip is going for the ult. Right click for the Ash. We'll throw a beam as well, but she's gone. Hello, Paladin. We meet again. Gonna go ahead and pop the ult. I guess we do have max morale boost, so I can do that as much as possible. There's some shots for the Pip. There's a right click for the Ash. Ceres was trying to hold the point, but she is gone. Any second, if I can just land my shots. I healed you. There's a beam just there. We'll throw a right click on the Ash. Just drop down, blast the Pip a bit. Okay, there's a heal for her. Should definitely be focusing on heals a little bit more here. Pip's going after the Maeve. There's a beam, but that didn't land. I hit it with a right click as well. We should be able to get rid of him. He's going for the ult. I guess I'm going to try and juke here as a chicken. We actually managed to live. We'll throw a beam there to try and predict it, but that didn't land. I'm going to go ahead and pop the ult just to give myself a bit of space and then F myself away. Oh, I'm totally dead because Ceres is on me here as well. Or maybe we'll be able to get around the corner. Throw a beam back, which didn't land, but I actually managed to get out of combat. I feel like I should have died there. 396. We've actually nearly finished it. They're not even at 200, so we have actually doubled their score. And yeah, there we go. There is the victory. I feel like my brain was just seizing up during that entire game and it just stopped functioning, but I have no idea if it's going to come across in the video or not, but that game was very, very odd. I feel like I did pretty good. 9, 7, 16, 43k, 57k. I will happily take that. Ceres did okay. Ash did pretty good. Maeve did alright. Vivian did pretty decent for their side. Their Ceres did pretty good. Their Cassie did pretty decent. Their Vivian was disconnecting, I think, periodically there. I'm pretty sure she was a bot for half that game because she was just standing still a bunch or was at least not playing. Their Paladin shredded 19,380k and their Pip also did pretty good. 8,878k. But I feel like the stats actually kind of show the weirdness there. Ceres was hitting for quite a bit on their side. Their 2 damages were doing a pretty good job. Cassie was doing fine. Vivian, not so much. Whereas on our side, nobody really did crazy, but we all did pretty solid and we played the objective a bunch. So yeah, there we go. A bit of an uneven match, but I guess we managed to pull through by doubling their score. We'll go ahead and requeue for another one. That was a pretty good example of a peak 8 AM game. We'll see if we get a better one here for game 2. For the actual setup, which is what I'm trying to show off, it worked pretty well. I forgot I had a beam heal for the first half of the game, but after that, I feel like I was healing for quite a bit and actually dealing decent damage, which is obviously, you know, the point of what we're trying to do. My stat was fine. I played fine, but not a great game to show it off. Alright, well, for game 2, we've got Suitor for Gal, we've got a Strix, we've got a Terma Grover and a Zin. Shoutouts to the Grover, and then for their side of Strix, a Pip, a Buck, Emoji, and a Makoa. So pretty even stuff. We once again have double support, so I can kind of focus on being a hybrid, I guess, a little bit more. Judging from the loading screen here, it does seem like a bit of a better game because people are just generally a little bit more experienced. We'll go ahead and grab Solar Blessing, and then the setup will start off with some Chronos again. For the talents, we've got Nocturnal, Yomi, Deep Roots, Decimation. Okay, Toot, Bounce, House, Half Shell, Mega Potion, and then Nocturnal. So both the Strix going for the same thing. Their Pip is focusing on heals. They also have a Buck who's going to be jumping a ton. Moji's also going to be healing for a bit, and the Makoa Half Shell I think is going to cause a bit of trouble. We have a Term who's kind of going for damage, and then we also have a Grover who's going to be like rooting and stuff, trying to get a right click on him, but he's a little bit too far away. He did push up and get rid of the Moji though. Beam landed. There's a right click for the Zin. Didn't even need it because the Grover healed him. There's a right click for him as well. I guess I should sit and play the point. He just got hooked and pretty much insta-cleared. Same thing that happened to the Zin a second ago. Going to F myself back. Hit him with a beam nearly. I did hit him with a right click at least. There's some good damage on the Makoa, but nope, that is pretty much the entire team cleared. We've got 66% of it, pushed up a little bit too aggressively, and then they took us out kind of one by one. Zin, Strix, Grover, Term, and then me last. Just trying to avoid the Strix because he is getting free shots on me. We'll throw a beam over. Throw another right click on him. There we go. He's back up to full. Solar Blessing coming through clutch. Grover and just everybody there combining their stuff really well, and there is the objective captured. Nice. Throw a beam there. Point blank range. Grover's going for the ult. I guess we can go ahead and pop ours as well. There's not really much point in me holding on to it. There's a right click for him, although no animation on that one. Zin ulted to get up top and then effed himself over. Haven't seen that play happen many times, but well, bloody done. The Makoa's going for the ult. We got rid of the Buck. We just bursted through all of his bloody health. We're actually kind of comboing our stuff there, kind of crazy, but there we go. There is the push successful. 2-0. Well done. So far, I feel like me and Grover have been doing our jobs as hybrids. Term has been pushing up pretty aggressively as a frontliner. Zin has been making some really weird but pretty damn good flank plays. And Strix has been sitting at the back throwing out shots and doing his job as a damage. But that Zin play right at the end was pretty damn spicy. He ulted himself into the air, effed himself over, and I think took out the Strix. But heal on the Strix is back up to full. I'm a little bit worried about the Zin over here. He's gone. Okay, there's a shot for the Buck for no real reason. We'll throw a beam over. I don't know if that's going to clip anybody. Sadly not. I'm just playing really carefully because that Strix can pretty much double tap me. Heal for the Term. The Strix did just die, but there's some damage on the Moji. She's going into her immunity. We'll throw a beam there. That's actually going to stun her. I was trying to heal the Term, but that works too. Team's kind of locking it down so far. Zin pushed up and died. He's made that play tons of times. I threw the beam. He's actually not going to hit it by just like a little bit. Heal for him. Pip's going for the ult. I guess I'm going to get hooked and get killed. Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, if he ulted and just got rid of me, that's fine. Term just used his ult there on the point because we are throwing the overtime. Heal for him. We'll throw a beam over. I do need to get another one hit to the Strix though, so we can actually kind of play a little bit. Missed the Term by a little bit. We'll go ahead and pop the ult. Beam missed the Strix. There's a right click for, I guess, the Grover. That wasn't really who I was going on. That is a blind by the Strix. I'm going to pop the F to get back. I think I'm kind of further away now. But yeah, this is kind of where I want it to be. Heal for him. Throw a Q. Actually hit him with a beam, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Nope, he is still going to dip out of it for a second. Heal for the Term. Couple little shots over. I'm just worried about that Strix. I can't really get any heals to him. Heal for him though. And sadly there is the objective lost. We did nearly have it though. It was really, really close. We managed to trigger the overtime a silly amount, but they managed to just win 2 team fights in a row. Kind of unlucky. Heal for the Strix. These guys are just sniping each other constantly. Heal for the Grover. We'll throw a beam over because why not? It's pretty much the play I've been doing this whole game, was just sitting at the back throwing out right clicks and beams, and I've actually been healing for a ton. Heal for him again. The term is gone though. Didn't manage to live though because he had his billow, even though he did get hooked. There's a freaking chicken. There's a Q for the Grover. Heal for the Zin. Strix just through his ult. That is the Grover going for it as well. There's a heal for the Grover with that. There's a Q as well. Makoa's pushing in going for the ult. I did hit him with a right click, but that ain't going to be enough. I'm just going to get more shots into him here because we're nearly actually going through his health. Term did get killed because my heal was out of range. I popped the F to get back a little bit because I don't really want to push up here. Could go ahead and just pop the ult before I died. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold it. Doesn't look too good. Strix is pushing up. Term is there. He didn't actually get the ult because he was dead when I popped it. Does seem like the team was able to hold him off though. Well done, team. The Zin got rid of 3 of them. I think the Strix got rid of 1. They were both outputting pretty crazy damage. Me and Grover were dead. Term was pushing up. I can't believe we actually held it, to be honest. There's a beam for the Strix. He did walk out of it. Right click for the Zin. Sure. Right click for the Grover here as well. Throw a beam over. I'm playing this game with pretty much full meter, but I'm just not focusing on damage at all because I'm freaking healing for so much. So right click for the Term. Rip Grover. Right click there again. We'll throw a beam at kind of the cross section bit. That actually did hit him a little bit. Right click for him again. Sadly, Zin did get cleared. We'll pop the F to get back a little bit. Right click for the Term. Strix through the blind. We actually stunned the Makoa with that beam, which wasn't what I was really trying to do. Right click for him again. Makoa is really low. Can we just finish him off? Right click for the Term. He's back up to full. He actually clipped the beam again. The Makoa is gone. Throw a beam. Kind of surprised we're holding this again. The Grover's going for the ult, which I didn't even think he'd even have back up. Yeah, there we go. 3-1. Really didn't think we were going to get that. That last round was an absolute mess. Hopefully we can do a little bit better. We have none of our ults up other than me and Zin nearly, but that could have gone way, way smoother. 3-1 though. If we get the cap, we win it. I feel like I'm doing pretty much everything that I possibly could here with heals, but they all have max cauterize other than the Pip, which is why I'm having a bit of a hard time. He's healing for a ton whenever they drop out of cauterize as well. We don't actually have as much cauterize on our side, which is why their Pip is probably having a bit of an easier time, but me and Grover, we're healing for a ton. It's just getting countered quite a bit. There's a right click for the Term. I'm going to kind of pay attention here to the Strix a little bit. Makoa is pushing up. Pip just went for the ult. Bit of a weird play. Right click for him, but he got bursted before I could even bloody do anything. I'm going to go ahead and pop the ult, but that is the Zin gone. There goes the freaking Strix as well. That's just an ult for me and Grover. That was wasted. Just healed him back up to full. Hit him with a beam. We are getting kind of pushed up on here a little bit. That Strix going for the blinds. Jesus Christ, that's bright in the morning. They did, of course, get the objective captured. We didn't really get much of a chance to get back on because of recovery mechanic. Right click for the Term. Buck is jumping over, kind of. There's another right click for him. I don't have my beam up because I already threw it and clipped somebody, but there is a right click for him. Throw the beam again. There we go. That should put him back up to full, even with the beam heal here, which is like 6k a freaking second. It is not enough. There we go. Got rid of the Koa. Beam for him. Heal for the Zin. Sure. I feel like everybody's just constantly low in this one. Heal for him. Did that actually land? Yes. Zin went for the ult, I think, to try and dodge something, but then he just put himself in front of the enemies. I'm a bit confused with that one, but okay. We're going to go ahead and pop the ult. No animation on that one for some reason. Grover went for it as well. There's a heal for the Term, but he's totally gone. That ult so far has been bodying us. There's a heal. I got some good damage on him, but I'm definitely dead. For some reason, it took them ages to kill me, but yep, there we go. They just whooped us again. I feel like we really are doing pretty much everything we can here, but that Pip ult just bodies us every time. There's a heal for the Grover. Throw a beam over there for the Term. Right for the Strix. Did we actually hit him with it? I don't know. We did stun the Makoa. There's a heal. There's some shots on the Moji. Strix, I don't even know where you came from, but thank you for the help, I guess. Right click for the Term. Just kind of sat back here, throwing out my heals and stuff. There we go. There's another beam. Even with the beam heal, though, which is, I think, one of the biggest heals in Paladins, we are not keeping people full health because of the max cauterize that they've got. Throw a beam just here for the 2 of them. There's a right click. There is the F. We'll throw one on the Strix again. Throw another beam, which we already had one out. And the right click for the Term. There's some shots. Hello, back. There's a right click before I probably die. We've got some good damage, though. I think they're going to be able to get rid of him. No, he got healed. Okay. Does kind of seem like they're going to get the push, but who knows? There goes the Pip. Well, bloody done. Term ran in here, went ahead and popped the ult, hit him with a bunch of heals. He's actually still up. There goes the Buck, I think. Okay, we traded. That's fine by me. I was going to die there regardless. We got the 3-2, so we still have another chance. I imagine that it probably doesn't seem like it, but this is one of the most tense games of Paladins I played in a minute. The main thing that's causing us trouble is their Pip, because his heals are really, really big with Mega Potion and stuff, and I think even above the really big heals and stuff is the ultimate, because he's popping it, and then the people are all just focusing whoever he ults, and then they're clearing him, and mainly it's the Term, which leaves us without a tank, or the Grover, which leaves us without a second healer. So Pip ult plus his heals are the thing that are really screwing us over. There's a heal for the Grover. We'll throw a beam over, hit him with another one. Term is pushing up a little bit too aggressively. We hit him with a right click. There is the Grover going for the ult. We'll throw a beam over. Just going to pay attention here to the Strix because I worry about him. Another heal for the Grover. Sure, Strix is playing kind of carefully. There is the F to get me a little bit further away. We did get healed by the Grover, which was nice. Jump, hit a heal. Okay, the beam missed, which is a bit of a shame. The Term is gone. Heal for the Grover again. Grover, I don't know why you just peaked on half health. I did try and hit you with a heal, but you peaked a little bit before I could get it off. Term is running in really aggressively, and he doesn't have the ultimate. Very, very strange. I didn't really understand that play. Okay, there's a heal for the Strix. And there we go. There's the objective loss. We didn't even really touch that one. That was a very weird round. I don't really understand why people were just running in and dying and making really strange plays. That was probably the worst round we've had so far. Right click for the Grover. We'll throw another one on him. Never mind, he's dead. Right click for the Zin. The beam just about missed him, but we did manage to keep him up. There is another one. Going to F myself. There goes the Buck. If I can just finish him off. He's on like no health. I played cheeky there and nearly died for it. Jesus Christ, I'm on 60 health. Here another one on him to keep the self-heal. Term isn't going to ult. Strix is gone. Hello, Moji. I did actually hit you with the beam there. I'm assuming you're going to try and get rid of me, although I think I might be able to get away. I'm not sure. Try to throw the beam, but that is the Makoa hook. I am totally gone. They deserve the win, to be honest. I'm not even mad in the slightest if they win here because of the fact that they've been ramping it up the whole game and just been getting better. There's a heal for the Zin. Through the beam out. Going to go ahead and pop the ult just to try and delay it as best as I can. That is the Makoa going for it. I'm going to F myself this way. There's Pip going for the ult. I guess just kind of delayed my death, actually. There's two of us still on there. I think we might actually be able to hold this one. Grover's there too. Makoa's ult just ran out. Strix for some reason is pushing up and leaving these two guys to deal with it. Makoa got rid of the Grover. I do not understand that play, but luckily we are fine. We live to see another team fight. There's a heal, which was on the Zin, but I guess it went on the Term instead. We tried to heal the Term, but he got absolutely bodied. They're just bursting so quick. That is another really big thing that's making us lose these fights, and some people are just playing really weird. Like, why did Strix just push up there into the middle of them? I'm very confused. Heal for the Grover. He stopped the jump, but I'm not sure if he's still going to be alive. There we go. Heal for him when Buck is out. Throw a Q. Heal for the Zin. Throw another heal for the Grover. We landed a beam on the other two guys. This is such a messy fight. Heal for the Term. There is a Q. Heal for the Grover. Never mind. Strix is on left, but we got rid of the emoji. Just kind of playing this little inside area here, so they can't get rid of me too easy. I did throw my beam. Is that going to land to him? There's a heal for him. Never mind. He's gone. Strix, please stop running in. Hello, Buck. I'm going to pop my F to get away. He's gone. Very strange play. There is a Q. It is just the Strix and the Grover left. Through a heal. I'm pretty sure we're going to hold it. Tried to hit it with a beam, but I timed it badly. There is the F. Strix and Koa still holding it. I'm just going to go ahead and pop heal to make sure we don't lose this one, so at least we see another round. There's the F to throw out some little orbs and stuff, and there we go. There is the defense successful. I probably could have saved my ult, but I wanted to play it safe, so I threw it anyway. Grover was asking if Strix was a bot because he was playing really weird in that last round. He was kind of just running in and dying repeatedly. Going to be honest with you, I feel like they kind of deserve the win because so far their team's actually been playing better than ours, if you were to ask me. There is a beam. There's a right click. Makoa is nearly gone. Heal for the Grover. Again, we'll throw a beam. Is he actually still up? He is. There's a stun on the emoji. Okay, beam heal in the middle. If you guys just jump into it, you're back up to full instantly if you don't have caught on you. Throw a beam there. Okay, actually got rid of the Buck. Well done. Hit him with a beam as well. We'll throw another right click on him. Zin went for the ult. I think we might actually have won the first team fight. Nice. Zin did just get cleared. We threw a heal on the Term. There's a beam heal. Okay, we also stunned the Pip. There's a right click for the Grover. A little bit too slow. Right click for the Term. Hello, Koa. I think we might be able to get rid of you here because you're not looking too good. Never mind, you're going for the ult. There's two heals, I guess, before I die, but that is our team being wiped. So we won the first team fight, lost the second one. There's technically a chance for another one here. We might be able to pull it back, but it's not looking too good because Term wasted his ult there and just died. Okay, we'll grab some more Haven before we run out, but it seems like it's going to be the 3-4 to them. 99%, and there is the 3-4. Nobody even freaking ran onto it, so they got the win. Like I said multiple times, I feel like we deserve the defeat. I'm sure the stats will kind of represent that. Their Pip was a massive MVP for that one. Our Strix was playing a bit weird. Our Term was playing a bit weird, but as you can kind of see from the stats, I think they do deserve the win. We'll go through them top to bottom. The Zin did pretty good. 13, 17, 126k. He definitely could have done a better job there. I don't know why he went for Yomi instead of Guillotine. I feel like he would have gotten way more damage if he did go for it, but then again, he didn't do too bad. He did fine. Shoutouts to the enemy Pip on their side. I don't know if I'd say I love him back, but he definitely did a good job there. I would definitely classify him as the MVP on their side, so well done to the enemy Pip. Moodoff, I'm guessing is how you say that name, but I'm probably butchering it. Back to the rest of the stats, so I feel like I did a pretty good job. 8, 9, 20, 300 seconds on the point. 57k damage is the part where I really feel like I kind of failed. I should have definitely been focusing on damage a little bit more, but then again, we had 157k heals, which is definitely pretty good considering we also had a Grover who was healing. So even though I feel like I could have done a better job, I'm still really happy with how we did. The Grover did okay. He definitely could have also done a better job there. He has a lot of deaths. 8, 18, 63k is kind of low, and 83k healing is also, not particularly good. The Strix did a pretty decent job, but he started to play weird kind of towards the end. 16, 10, 111k, and then finally for our side, the Term, who went 13, 15, 19, 220 seconds, 98k damage. Overall, I feel like he also did a pretty good job, but towards the end started to play more and more weird. I'm not really sure what happened with the Strix and the Term towards the end of that match, but overall, I feel like we still put up a good fight for it, even though we do deserve the loss. As for their side, as I was saying throughout that match, their Pip caused a ton of trouble with his ultimate. He also played the objective a ton. He had 71k damage, which isn't too high, but he did heal for 178k, which is massive, even better than me as solo blessing Furia, so I do have to give him big props for that. The emoji did okay, but definitely could have also done a bit better. Her damage is fine, but then her healing is only 4k, and considering she went for 2, that's actually a really low number. She would have been better off, I think, going for a different talent, maybe dealing a little bit more damage. I don't know. This is also a big reason why the Pip had so many heals, because obviously, symbiotic and her immunity means that she was getting freaking put back up to full anytime she popped her Q in the middle of a fight. Their Strix was also causing a massive amount of trouble there. He only has 4 deaths, which is really, really low in comparison to everybody else in that match, mainly because Zin wasn't really able to get rid of him. He went 23 to 460k. Props to him for that. He was doing a killer job. Their Buck did, I guess, kind of mediocre, maybe a little bit under average, and then Makoa also did a really good job. I don't know if I'd say he did as good as the Strix and the Pip, but he definitely did a really good job. He played the objective for a ton of time. He had a decent amount of damage. He used his ult pretty well, and he also shielded for a ton. I think the reason I didn't notice him being that annoying is because I wasn't really dealing with half shell too much, but I think maybe the Strix, Zin, and Grover would say otherwise about the half shell. For me, it didn't annoy me too much. Strix and Pip were way more of a problem, and the 2 flankers really weren't that big of an issue, but overall I think they deserve the win. Super solid game, one of the best matches I've played in a minute. I think I did show off the setup pretty well. I don't think I'd say I showed it off to the maximum of its potential, mainly because I had to focus so much on heals there. In that second one, I wasn't really able to focus on, dealing damage and playing kind of more towards a hybrid, but even if we didn't show it off to the full potential, I still feel like I did a pretty decent job with it, and I enjoyed myself, which is definitely what matters. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, of course. I'll see you guys all very, very soon, and as always, stay frost there.